Hello, hello. Hope everyone is doing well. Miss Jessie Ann, we are having a little trouble with Facebook. We are apparently streaming on Instagram with no problem and on YouTube, and I can see comments from both of those. If you're okay, I'm going to go ahead and take this video cover off. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Camille. Hi, June. I'm going to take the video cover off and I'm going to remove myself from the stream and try to reattach those Facebook. And then I will be right back. I'm just going to let you maybe talk about your business and maybe go over some codes, and I'll type the codes in when I get back. Sound good?
Sure, that sounds great.
I want to try to get us back on Facebook, but it has discontinued. I bet after that crash, was it last week?
Yes.
Hi, guys. I bet it's disconnected us, so I can't even find it on the 3 Facebook things we stream on. So you go ahead and say hello to everyone. They're so excited to have you here, and I'll be back in just a minute.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Jessie Ann Reilly. I'm the chef and owner of Take the Cake Decor in Naples, Florida. And this evening, we have some products that we're going to use and make some domes, something that you could use for Easter, or you could use different prints. We're going to use some of Semi Cakes Isomalt. And this is the large 1-pound bag. And there's a code for that, so that if you do order and use that code for 10% off, and it's capitalized JAREILLY, and you should be able to receive a 10% discount by using that code on everything that has not already been discounted, and that would be kits and classes. Then we're also going to be using this royal icing mix by More Than Cakes. And when you go online, you go to their site, it's morethancakesstore.com. And you can also receive, if you use my code Jessie, Jessie, capital ANNE, and that's my code, and you should get a 10% discount on that also. And also in the royal icing, I've used their perfect palette flavoring, and it's very good. You don't have to use very much, but it'll last you a long time. These two are blueberry and wedding cake. Also from Semi, she has some of her own design prints for Easter. She has done these up for me, and this is called the cello sheet. And it's also been produced originally from icing images in a white sheet or a clear sheet. And often what I do is I get a hold of Sydney, and she gives me some examples for whatever season I'm doing, and she prints them out for me. So this is one of the sheets. And then she also has this one here that I used on the dome first off, and then there's a couple more here. But also you can go under icing images under their catalog and find other images, all kinds of selections. And here's some more with Easter eggs on them.
Those bunnies are cute.
Yeah, they're pretty. And
I think we're in all our Facebook locations, but just keep talking and I'm going to go start sharing.
Little rabbits. And so this evening, what we're going to do is we're going to take the cello sheet and put it in into a dome, and then put it on one of your cookies. And I've seen some of the pictures, and there's the back of the cookie.
So cute.
It's the front with the dome. And then what I do is I usually, finish it off with the royal icing, and then I'll dip it tonight and do the edges, and then put some little transfers that I've made up and butterflies.
That's awesome. And it looks like we're working on Facebook now. So for those of you just joining us with Facebook alerts, it dumped all of our Facebook streams, but let us go on Instagram and YouTube. So we had to take those off and add them back. So Jessie Ann Reilly is with us tonight. And just really quickly again, because I don't want anyone to miss out on what we're doing tonight. She is going to be doing beautiful Easter dome eggs. And she just showed the sheets. And tell them again where you can get the sheets. And I'm going to go ahead and type the code in, okay?
You can get the sheets from Semi Cakes, and you can also get them from the original developer from Icing Images. Icing Images has a large catalog under their store that you can get all different images for all different celebration times. And Sydney did these up for me for this time off, and I phoned her. I'm really not a print person. Okay, I'm a scientist, but I'm not a print person. So she sent me these lovely prints on a cello sheet, and I like to use the clear one. I've used the white also for other, and you can also print those. The reason I'm so partial to the clear sheet is the image you can see straight through, and when I use it clearly on sugar. And
so pretty.
Right. And then what I did was I baked ahead of time some cookies. And this is the shape that we're going to use. This is just a cookie cutter. What I'm going to tell you about the cookie cutter, which you possibly, if you're all cookiers, you do know that there is a heavier side and there is a lighter cutting side. What I'm going to do when I mark the sheet and then cut it out, I'm using the heavier side when I make the dome.
Is that Joanne? Or is that Joanne with us? Is that who's saying good morning, ladies from the future? Who is that? That's somebody from Australia. Is that, it might be Carrie? Can you see who it is?
No, I can't see.
Hey, Nadine.
Yeah, I can see Nadine. I didn't see the first one that came up.
Well, it just says Facebook user, unless you can see it in the Facebook feed. It's got to be Carrie or Joanne, I think.
I think Dave's gone for a little walk over there.
Oh, it's Joanne. Okay, it's Joe. Cool.
Okay, so for the domes, I'm going to use a large 8.5-inch Pyrex bowl.
Wow.
The smaller ones, you can use just your regular cereal bowl. Like say if you were going to use a small dome cookie cutter like this. I'm not really partial to the smaller ones. They're very difficult. And so often what I do is I press the image into the sugar. And then I just...
Wait, show that again. Let me make you big. Can you hear me if we go to this so they have a little more screen? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, that's so beautiful.
What I did was I dropped the cookie cutter.
Okay.
I put it down on my silpat, and then I poured the sugar into it, or I have the cello cut the same size and lay it down, and then put the cookie cutter over top of it, and then pour the sugar onto it. Sydney also has a live, and I also have another live somewhere on YouTube that I've done this. But tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to cut out the cello sheet. And
I'm pretty sure if they go to our YouTube channel and do a name search for you, I think you did a heart sugar dome for us last year. Yes. And on YouTube, because I do everything with your date and your names when you're guests, they should be able to find it. So there's a really nice one on hearts too.
Yes, I do it on all seasons with the cello.
Hey, Allison. Hi, Elisa. Hi, Ira.
So tonight I'm going to choose a different. I like this one here. I like them all, but this one I'm kind of partial to.
I love that with the chicks.
You can see so well behind them.
It's so cute.
So what we start off with is the bowl. And I have my sugar. When I say sugar, I'm talking about isomalt. I was just trained that way that it is a sugar. So
gotcha.
I want everybody to realize that it is isomalt from Semi Cakes. And I don't do it raw any longer. I just go to her because it's so efficient, and it's also comes in different sizes. Like This one here is a 6-ounce pack. And this one here is a 1 pound. And so
Nice.
Also in bulk from her.
I really like those bulk packages so that you don't run out.
I do too.
And I also, I practiced with it when I first learned about isomalt from scratch. I don't do it from scratch anymore either because I don't do big isomalt pieces. So like I see the advantage maybe if someone really was going to make a ton of it, but I love that it's so consistent and it's always, the color is always exactly right? It matches if you run out and you have to add color, like, and it's so easy.
Like say you had clear and you wanted a light, just one of these.
Yes.
Clear. You don't have to use your coloring. You can, like she has beautiful colors also. But a lot of the time, if I just want a light teal, I just drop it into the clear that I have. It's wrapped up that I've used before.
Yeah, and you only have to make what you need.
Yes, that's all you have to make. And then you let it cool off and you, excuse me 1 second.
You're right.
If you save these little packets that come in your clothing and all that kind of stuff, you slip it into the Ziploc bag with your cooled off isomalt and set it there, and there's no moisture that gets into it.
Yep, absolutely. I love it. I just the convenience of it, the consistency. It's definitely a game changer.
Children, you don't have to worry too much about them going to the stove and trying to do raw isomalt, and you can they'll run the microwave and they do exactly what they're told, 30 minutes. Then 15-minute intervals until it comes.
She meant seconds, you guys.
30 seconds, sorry. 30 seconds.
Don't make me laugh. I'm going to start coughing. She said Jessica Rabbit. How cute. That's Susie Q. Can you see?
Yes, that's Susie Q.
You do look like Jessica Rabbit.
Us up in Canada. Aww. So what I'm doing right now, and this is a lot of people when I go to the other retreat for semi, they ask me, why do I use this product? Well, I use this product because it comes in a great big roll. And I've tried all of the other ones, and it has not worked all that well for me when I wrap the mold. So it doesn't mean, and I do not recommend that you use the cover and stick one.
Right, press and seal. Yep. And I really tried this, like worked on this hard after you showed us the hearts. I did not find a household brand of the clear wrap that worked. It melted no matter what temperature, right? But I got that big roll from Sam's Club. And that works. It's the industrial strength one, I guess. And that works like a charm.
Well, I use this and I pour my pastry cream over top of it and then put the pastry cream on. It's scalding hot water. And I use hot.
I love it. So I really did try the other one because everybody was saying it should work, but me personally, I could not get it to work.
Yes, I don't know whether you've seen the chocolate chef that's on whatever Facebook videos or whatever, and he's got a class that he teaches, and he teaches about the wrap. But that man in pastry, if you're in a pastry kitchen, you know you're using the industrial. You're not using those little wrappy things.
Yeah, the wrappy. I remember you said that last time.
Well, I talk to the kids that way.
I love it.
They seem to understand, and even the adults, they get it too.
Yeah, but it was so much. Listen, I had so many fails with the household brand that when I dug that out from what I packed it up from the store and it worked, you should have seen me. I was happy dancing all over the place. It was ridiculous.
Yes. I was at the other semi-retreat, and one lady, she says, I've tried this and tried this and tried it. And I said, are you using this product? She said, no. I said, well, maybe you should use the product. And then also with if you're using this real thin side of the cutter, it's more to go to pop. But that doesn't mean you throw your isomalt out, even though it's got a sheet in it. So I'm going to go right now, and I'm just going to liven up my sugar. It's already been melted. I'm going to give it 15 more seconds in there. And then I'm going to come back and wrap this bowl, and I'll put the camera down for you so you can see it all happen. I'll show
And
you.
you'll show your face again with your cute rabbit ears for anyone that's tuning in late, right?
Yes, I wore the ears for you because
we're going to need that.
I have for everybody.
Listen, I will have something for you when we come back on, but I'm not to my Easter gear yet. I haven't sufficiently gotten to wear my St. Patty's Day items. So I'll be ready when I come back on camera with you. We're going to go full hilt St. Patty's in a few minutes.
St. Patty's Day, yes. So I'm going to put the camera down here. I hope nobody gets feeling sick or anything.
All right, just look away for a second, guys.
And I've got, this is the wrap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it over top of the bowl. Now you don't want to put it down too tight, but you don't want it to be loose. So you see it's got.
I love it. And just one layer, right?
No, 2 layers.
2 layers, okay.
2 layers. They say that's just a safety point, but you do want 2 layers because you are using hot isomalt. The temperature that I'm going to let the isomalt cool down to is around 115 Celsius.
Okay.
And so it's nice and sealed. Okay.
Love it.
So that's ready. I'm going to set that aside there, and I'm going to set the bowl aside. Then I'm going to take my cello sheet, and I'm going to take it out of the pack. There's a way to tell which side is the print and which side is the acetate paper. And when you take these off, if you take the whole sheet off, you have to take it off in very cautiously because most of us don't take the whole sheet off at one time unless you're doing a large showpiece. So I'm going to set that down there, and we keep these bags because you want to store your scraps, and you keep your scraps, and if we have time I can talk about that. And I'm just going to wet my finger a little bit here because I want to know that I have the ink side up. And the way that you test that is you just take a little bit of water there, and it gets it.
You have a camera up somewhere.
Anyway, I'm laughing. I'm laughing at Amy. Okay, so you see it's a little tacky. So this side is the acetate plastic, and this side is the ink side. So I'm going to lay this down so that the little chicks are facing me. I'm going to take my cookie cutter, and I'm going to dip it in some, you can use vegetable oil, or you can use canola oil. Do not use olive oil. So I'm just going to oil the inside of that and around the edging, just in case it decides to spill over, which things can happen on live. We all know that it can happen on live. And when I was at another retreat or somewhere demoing, they said to me, "Ma, you use more oil than what I use." And I said, "Well, that's me. You can just do it lightly if you like. So don't set it down on the sheet, usually with the oil on, but I'm going to do it with the oil on. You should mark it ahead of time. But I'm going to set it over there this time because I've gone ahead and done that."
Okay.
And just give it a little extra wipe off.
Now you mean mark the area where you're going to cut out, right? Just for anybody that's catching us late.
I'm going to mark the area. I'm going to use an edible color. I'm going to move this out of the way. So we got the little chips here.
May I ask a quick question so they can go ahead and start posting?
Okay.
I am wondering, you guys, if I need to move our daytime tutorial to Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, if I need to move that, is there a day that's better for the majority of you? And just hit me up in the comments. That would be awesome. Okay, now back to what our real program is tonight.
So this is an edible marker. And I just lay it down so that chicks are all up or whatever direction you want them going in or your pattern going in. And I'm just going to mark the inside rather than the outside. I like to do that. If you want to mark the outside, you can. But this gives, once you put the sheet down and then the sugar over top of it, it gives it more room to move for movement. So I'm going to set that back over there. Set this aside. And I'm going to re-oil this again. The reason I took most of the oil off is I wanted to be able to mark it. I didn't want it to look silly when I'm doing a live sliding around, you know.
Yes. That happened to me too.
Because I'm going to cut the sheet and I'm going to leave a little part of it. And I'm going to cut it inside of the marking area.
Okay.
There's a reason why I do that, is that sometimes when you pour the sugar or the ice malt over the printed sheet, it can move.
Okay.
And this way it gives it a little breathing room to be able to do that.
Okay.
But if it does do that, it's not it's not the end of the world or anything.
Well, may I ask a scientist question for you?
Scientific, yes.
Yes, please. I would like your experience. Why earlier did you say not olive oil? Is that because of the heat up temperature?
And it burns very easily.
Okay, that's what I thought. But somebody's going to message later and say, hey, why can't I use olive oil?
Okay, so you got to be careful when you're cutting this. I'm going to take my trusty little pen here, and I'm going to, everybody can see that? I'm going to take where I left that little tab mark. I'm going to make a cut all the way on there to release. And I'm going to hopefully get my fingernail in there because I don't have very many fingernails. And you see how it starts to pull away. Be nice to it. And I'm going to save that over here, bring my bowl back. And then I'm going to lay the image on top of the plastic.
I had better luck when I used an image and did a dome too.
Yeah.
Than just doing a sugar dome. You know what I mean?
Yes, my sugar domes work. I have it the opposite. I can do just a plain sugar dome for you tonight if you have time. Now I'm going to go and check my sugar. I'm just going to be over here to the left. I'm not going very far.
Okay, and for those of you that are just joining us, if you scroll up in the comments on the Facebook page or go back in the video and rewatch from the beginning, Jessie Ann has a code for you to save 10% off Simi Isomalt. Good on anything except classes and kits, because those are already discounted. So you can check that out. And she's also got a code for you for more than cake. So if you need to stock up on the Royal Mix, or if you need to get some flavorings, you can get 10% off. So check both of those things out. Those are both people that support our Cookie Snack Attack group on the regular. So we love for you to support them back.
So we have it. What I wanted to do, I already had it melted and already went through the boiling stage and letting it cool stage, and let it see how clear that is.
It's beautiful.
Okay. So now I'm going to take my temperature thermometer here, and that would be a good investment for anybody who's using sugar. Done. So it's at about 123. Now that won't take very long. That's Celsius. I want to bring it down to 115. So in the midst of this, because this is a conductor, you would like to wear cotton gloves. I don't wear gloves very often, but if I'm using a dome, a metal dome, I put the cotton gloves on, because you're going to have to press down on this in order for it to. So that means I'm going to have my hands here. And then I'm going to put just my blue gloves over top of that.
Okay. Just for safety, we want you all to be nice and safe.
You will burn your hands if you don't with metal. Even the person that, like me, that's been doing it for 35 years is going to burn their hands.
Yeah, that cutter heats up fast.
Yes, it conducts right straight through it. And
I'm pretty sure we don't need to say this with the people that are watching right now, but just for people that might do replay, if you're new to this, you absolutely cannot do this with 3D printed cookies cutters.
Okay, so I have a temperature now that is at about 115, 114.
Oh, perfect.
I'm going to do a pour.
Okay.
And if it pops, it pops. And I pour a little bit more than what I need because I want the edge around the, now this is an oval kind, so it's not going to be just in the center. It's
Okay.
going to pour a little extra because I like the edging to be there. You set that over your way. And I'm going to take my hand very, very, very slowly. Very slowly.
Susie Q says,
very, very slowly.
Susie Q says 35 years. Did you start when you were 10?
She is just a hoot.
Oh, that's so cute.
A little bit. So I'll have my husband come over now and turn this fan on. Now, if you have some open areas in this that the sugar didn't go all the way to it, don't worry about that. You can cut those open, or you can just use that. Now, when you're using a sheet inside of the sugar, sometimes it does not come. Just put it right down there. Dave's going to put it right down close, so not on top of it there. And you might have some open areas around the edging. That's okay, because what I use those for sometimes, if I want to put sprinkles inside afterwards, after I've locked it down, I can cut a little hole in there. But you can't see it once we decorate it and finish it up. Gives it some nice breathing area, and you're going to see that shortly. The other way that you can prevent that is do pour a little bit more than that. It's people that are using sugar domes and want to make them, sometimes they wait until the last minute and think it's just going to work like bing, bang, boom. Well, yes. It can just pop on you, and you're going to. There's one lady that I was speaking at the retreat, and she says, I'm so frustrated. Once she found out that not to use the sharp side and what product I was using, which I had announced that on the lives that I have done, but sometimes you don't get it all, right? So right. I'm just saying, practice it first without a sheet, just with the sugar or the isomalt, and then cut your sheet a little short, like I did, from the inside rather than the outside, because the sheet can then, once you press down, can be on the outside of your cutter or your ring. And then your dome doesn't come up maybe as high as you want it to. It restricts it.
I have to tell you, there's no feeling like it when it works.
And it seems to be right now. We'll just pull that back a little bit, Dave, so they can see it.
That's because Dave's doing such a fantastic job.
Yes,
thank you.
You need a fanner. You know, it's kind of hard to hold this down and hold a fan in your hand. If you want to see it, and you can come closer. And then you have a little instrument that is a silicone safe that I'm going to test this with shortly.
Okay.
And if it's ready. Now, a lot of chefs like to leave it a little warm around the edging. I don't necessarily do that. I want it to be set up solid. And then I take it out of the ring. When we did the last one with the balloon that broke on me,
Yes.
I was going to do that for you tonight. I was going to make one this afternoon, but then I didn't think it was fair if they didn't all see me do it. So time-wise, we'll do it again another time. I make fruit bowls out of them and everything. So I'm just going to spread my hand over here. This is a little instrument we use.
Love that.
You press in on it, and around the edge, it's still a little soft. You just have to be, this is sugar, ice malt, and it's very hot. So you have to be very patient with it. And you noticed how slowly I pushed down so that the hot would create the vacuum underneath the plastic wrap.
Love it. Love it.
That's a scientific.
Belinda, yes, that's like the commercial grade saran wrap, a double layer is what's on there. Hey, Sharon.
Even if you want to try the other ones, like go to the more, rather than the Publix brand, go to a brand, but do put at least 2 layers of plastic wrap. 1 layer will pop on you. So even with the industrial brands, I use 2 layers, and you'll have more success doing that than you will with the just the one layer. And you notice my finger there, how puffy the plastic wrap is? It's because it's got a vacuum of heat inside it.
Are you also pushing down on the plastic wrap outside that oval to like hold it, or you're just pushing on the egg part, right?
Just on the metal of the ring.
You're welcome, Belinda. I'm glad you joined us tonight. I'm so excited. We're going to see everybody this weekend. There's a lot going on. We've got Cookie-a-thon starting on Thursday. There's the Nicholas Lodge thing on Saturday, right? Isn't that this Saturday?
Yes, I'm doing a parrot tulip out of sugar.
There's a lot of things going on. So you guys should get your fill this weekend. And if all goes well, I will not make any promises, because every time I make a promise, then I have to apologize because something comes up. But if all goes well, look for some specialty live streams this weekend. If you see something pop up, it's a real thing. You should click on the live.
This is poof. I took my hands off it.
That is beautiful. Look at it, you guys. This is the moment.
Now, if this doesn't pull off of the plastic, I just pull the plastic off it. So we just undo it. Like this.
You can't put it flat on the counter, Belinda, because you need to be able to push down into it, because that's what pushes up and makes the 3D effect inside the cookie cutter. She's not pouring it flat. She's making a dome. That's what I was trying to spit out. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Trying to get back in the live stream groove. Welcome to all of those watching on Instagram. We appreciate you watching over there. Please share the stream. Please leave at least 3-word comments. That's triggering the algorithm for some reason. So thank you. Hey, Kelly, thanks for joining us.
So
that's so pretty.
Plastic of it.
Look at that.
See how clear her sugar is?
Oh, I just love it.
Now, this takes a little work sometimes. Don't get frustrated with it, though, because
No, you have to keep practicing, because I'm telling you, you're going to be happy dancing all over your workspaces and your kitchen areas when it works. Look at that. It's gorgeous.
Okay.
I love it. It's beautiful.
That's the print came from Sydney, semi-isomalt, and I asked her if she had any, and she pulled up some, and she sent them off to me. And they're just a wonderful company.
They love this. Listen, so far, yes, Belinda, she did grease it first. So watch that part of the video, because you cannot use olive oil. You can use other oils, but not olive oil. Renee says, hello, everyone. She made it to a live. Well, we finally had one, so thank you. Tahisha says beautiful. Wendy Douglas says beautiful. Iris says so pretty.
Seconds. So
that was Dave visiting quickly.
That's my husband, Dave. Yes, he's just going to warm the sugar a little bit. Now, what I do is I use the sugar isomalt a lot of times for my sticking things like onto fondant, buttercream not so much because buttercream melt real quick.
Belinda has a good question, Jessie Ann. She wants to know if you can use Crisco to grease it.
No, I don't have the answer to that question because I don't really use Crisco, only to reconstitute my gum paste or something.
Gotcha.
Usually anybody that's using this is using an oil. I don't use butter either. That's not going to work because then you'll end up with brown butter.
I told her to 10W40, Amy.
My husband would say that too. Get out the 10W40. We're ready to roll.
So we have some little treats here. They're little rabbits treats. And we also have some butterflies and some transfers that I made up, piped with my royal icing. And then we also have my royal icing here that I'm going to go around the edging. Here's one that's finished and it's got some chocolate eggs in it. And it's a little older than this one.
Pretty.
But, and I didn't decorate the sides. I just piped the sides for you. But we're going to get
Priscilla says, I love this. Not sure I could do it though. Priscilla, with practice and perseverance, you can do this. It took me about 15 to 20 times in figuring some things out and some messaging with Jessie Ann. But when I got it, I was so happy I danced all over the kitchen. Like, well, happy.
I have 8 and 9-year-old that do this.
You just have to have the right wrap, the right oil, the right cutter. You need the pro tip she gave us tonight, which is to use the handle part of the stainless steel cutter, not the part that's sharper that you normally cut with. That was a great pro tip.
This is very dangerous. It'll just split any plastic that you're using. And I'm going to show you right now while this cools down.
The base is a cello sheet from Simi Cakes.
Yes.
Patricia was asking. Susie Q says, Dave, you're hilarious as usual.
Yes. Now this one is just a round dome if you're doing a round cookie. This one is a very good one because it's got 2 heads on each one.
Oh, nice.
This is one of my entremet cylinders, and this one is too. So I have like a bunch of them, but I want to show you this type right here. See this tin cutter? See that? That's not good. Either side of this, if you're going to make a dome. The same with.
Wait, show them that again, closer to the camera. Why is that one not good? Because it has the split or the coating?
Not heavy enough. It's very tinny.
Okay.
On this side, if it's a bigger, even if it's the larger one, it's just not good. It conducts quickly that it might come right straight through your glove.
Oh, wow.
It's not, you are working with hot. These here, they don't have a heavy edge on it, but these are my rings for doing cakes, and doing entremet desserts. They work really well. This is my favorite. Makes a very nice large dome. You can also order those on Amazon.
Oh, the base with the white on it, Patricia, is a cookie. It's cookie with royal icing, right, Jessie Ann?
Yes. And I did them ahead of time because I'm not really a good piper in front of people.
Okay.
So I'm going to take some of the isomalt and I'm going to stick some of our little treats. Now I'm sticking them. You don't have to stick them. You can just sit them there and they'll bounce around inside the dome. So maybe that's what we'll do. We'll do a red one. These are little rabbits, gummies.
Wait, Camille, how do you know beforehand if a cutter isn't going to work? So the stainless steel ones work. She's just showing you a different one that conducts heat differently. And it conducts heat. It gets hotter because it's not the right material. So you're good to go. Like all the Ann Clark ones would work, wouldn't they, Jessie Ann?
Yes. And I don't necessarily use copper. The only reason I don't use the copper on the domes is it conducts very quickly. It's a very good conductor. They're nice and heavy. And if you've got your hands wrapped up well enough, I'm just always fearing, that people will try it out too soon with one of those. Now,
hey, speaking of copper, since you brought up copper, for those of you who are interested in copper cookie cutters, Michael Bonney is going to be on Cookie-a-thon, I think, on this weekend, Thursday, maybe. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but you need to go online, download the schedule. You're not going to want to miss that. He is a very well-known coppersmith. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. I think you guys, if you're at all interested in the copper realm of cookieing, you might want to take a look at what he's going to talk about.
Just give that 15 seconds. So right here, can you see that okay? Because it looks to me.
No, you can see it. And I can see your beautiful nonpareils that are color coordinated. Great job.
Yes, I coordinated those.
I love it. I love it.
I coordinated these in pinks.
Love those.
Yeah. And we're going to make sure that this is, you give it a little twirl like you do, Amy.
I love it.
Roseanne is just smitten with that twirling of the bag.
The helicopter.
The helicopter. I'm using that all the time. So I'm going to take a little, now that we put our little pieces in there, you do test it and make sure that it's going to set up, and it does. And if you think it's not going to, and you want it set up a little bit more, put a little more edge around here. Type a little edge around there, and it'll sit right on it. But you can see here why I like that edge. Now, a lot of domes you don't. You have the feet. Remember the feet I showed you?
Right, I do.
But I like to pour it enough that there's an edge. See how the design is in the edge also?
It is beautiful, yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
so then I'm just going to make sure it fits. And then I'm going to take this instrument here that you can get that from Icing Images, and you can also get it from Semi. I'm not sure Icing Images has them, but I know semicakes.com has them. I'm going to put a little bit of isomalt on here, and a little isomalt over here, and a little over here, and around a little bit. And I'm going to take that and stick that right on there. So you give it a couple of seconds or two, and it's going to be stuck. And then you take your hot and move it outside of you, okay?
Yes.
The reason for that is that you possibly could burn yourself.
That's a for Amy pro tip, because we all know what happens when I leave everything uncovered or too close.
Yeah, it's sugar and or isomalt. You do not want it sitting beside you if you're working. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around this now with some piping. I'm not going to do an artist work here. I'm just going to pipe because I want to just put an edge on here so I can dip it in those pearls.
Gotcha.
So everybody gets to see it. Don't stick my fingers in it all the time. These old hands have worked for years.
May I ask a question while you're piping?
How many years?
35.
Yeah. We're just going to stick with the 30 and 35.
I'm sure it's more than that in other things as well, but we'll go with the 35 you said earlier.
Well, just
okay, so I have a question though, Jessie M.
Oh, a real one. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, a real one. Don't make me laugh. I'm gonna start coughing. I promise I won't do anything to try to trip you up. It's a real one. So
okay, now I'm gonna be real careful.
Will you seal the outside of this isomalt dome with PME spray, but definitely not the inside?
You don't have to do the inside because it's got a sheet.
Right, but I think you should mad scientist, because I sprayed a sheet just to see what would happen, but it wasn't the sheet you're using. It was something else from Sid, and it was it was a printed. I sprayed it just to see what would happen, and my sheet lost all of its color when I did the confectioner's glaze. It was with my Christmas class because I was testing for everything anybody might do. And I didn't realize that when that hit it, it was gonna. Well,
you see the sheet's on the inside, so yes,
so we don't need to
outside because it's isomalt. Right?
But do you spray it before you pipe that beautiful border you just did?
No, I spray it. I do it afterwards.
Okay.
But it wears after a while after you use the glaze. So also, if you didn't want to use the glaze, you can set them into a Ziploc bag, take all the air out and put one of those little packets in it, and it won't, it will keep clear.
Okay.
Unless you spray them after you're finished. And you can pack them up, and you can also put a lollipop stick on it. I think that's enough making a mess with the Perels, okay?
Oh, I love it. Thank you for that.
So now I'm going to take some of these, let's do a butterfly on here. Butterflies. Okay. And some little flowers.
That sounds beautiful and springy.
You know what these are because y'all make them. Y'all.
Are you going Virginia on me tonight?
Well, I lived in Kentucky for a long time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
You know that I did.
So we say all of y'all.
All y'all.
Yeah, just to make sure everybody knows they're invited and included.
Yeah. So we're just going to decorate it up a little bit here.
So pretty.
This royal icing mix, I just have gotten to love it. I always use.
I do too.
I always use
the wonderful
formula.
By the way, for any of you that have trouble with writing on cookies because you just have trouble with the icing, you're going to want some of the royal mix.
Well, I don't have any problems with it, Nick Lodge.
It has this beautiful consistency to it, doesn't it?
All the time. And you can put it in the refrigerator in the bag and use it again. I did one for you. I wasn't teaching. I showed you it after it'd been in a bag for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I was still able to do the string work. I was just amazed with it. I was like, whoa. I haven't had that experience before, even in those 30 some years,
We're going to keep it at 30, huh?
I'm going to start backing up now.
Well, you could say 30 years plus so many years of experience if the number just becomes something you don't want to hear,
I don't mind it.
That would be acceptable. Although I think you've earned every one of those years.
I've been around a long time. Ask Susie Q. Susie Q was one of my husband's and my employees in Canada.
Aww.
Yeah.
Isn't there a Susie Q song?
Yeah. Hey, Susie Q, you my do.
Yeah, that's it.
So look at how pretty that is. And then,
that is stunning.
And if you don't have a printer or a cutter, you can ask Icing Images, and they will do that for you.
Jackie's here.
Hi, Jackie. Okay.
I love it.
So this isn't dry, but I can pick it up, put my fingers that I haven't dumped into anything, and give you a look at that.
You checked all my boxes tonight. You did something dimensional. You used mixed media. You used some non-Perels. There's candy in there. There's a beautiful printed solo sheet. You hit it all tonight.
See them jiggling all around there?
Yes, I love it.
And okay, so let's say you're doing this and you have a little open area and there's no sugar on it, and it's just a sheet.
Okay.
You can take your little knife, or just a regular sharp knife, and just cut a little hole in there and put those Perels inside if you wanted to.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes what I do is I don't put them in ahead of time because they make a big mess.
Okay.
And you do have to put them on a sheet, when you're doing it. But then you can also, if you have the teeny funnels like you get in art,
Mhm.
put one right there and just drop them in there, and they'd be all around inside of that. And
Oh, I got you.
so this, before you put your little transfers on, and you would wait until the pearls or your side deco is dried a little bit, like your royal icing is set up. Your royal icing doesn't take very long. Then you spray it with the glaze. Now, I don't know whether anybody's ever seen the glaze, but I'll get you a can and I'll show it to you.
Okay, that'd be awesome. There's a couple of new people I can see watching, and I don't know if they're full-time cookiers or not, so I think that would be great. They'll probably love that. Don't we appreciate Jessie Ann when she does these amazing tutorials? The butterflies, Mimi's asking about those butterflies. Did you create those yourself with a punch, or did you order those?
No, what I was saying is icing images will print and cut them for you, or you can order them off Amazon, wherever you want, because I do all that. I have a printer, but they won't even sell me a printer now anymore because I don't use it often enough.
Well, that particular butterfly, Mimi, I have the punch, and I just sanitize my punch, and I make that. So, and I got some new butterflies this year. I just haven't had a chance to show them to y'all yet.
Yes, you can use the punches. I have a lot of those, but these came in because I was doing a very large project. So this is the glaze. It's PME glaze, and I buy the large can. It's a better deal. It depends on how much money you have and how many points you've got in order to get it free through your points. But also semicakes.com. Go to their store, and they sell the small bottles. I think the small bottles. And they also sell these sugar protected. They don't take 100 or 400 degree temperature, but they're
high temp.
Well, they kind of are, but you can break them. But I use them for sugar, so they do advertise that they are for that.
And doesn't Sydney also have those large cans in pearl and gold and silver?
Yes, I have them out there.
Those are really nice. And if you took my classes at CookieCon, your pieces, your embellishment wafer paper pieces were sprayed with the gold. So you've seen it and you know it seals. I love that. The metallics are already sealed when you're spraying with that. Look at that basket.
So then you can set these all around in here. And these you can, if I had time, I'd get my sugar and I'd pull it and I'd blow these. And what I do is I make half and half, blowing them, and then I fill them with candies. Not that one. But these are plastic. I didn't make these. You can buy them.
I gotcha. Do you sell baskets made? Oh, here's a couple questions.
Okay.
Charlotte says that's really beautiful. Thank you for sharing your time and talent. Kathy is asking, does the PME spray expire? Does the can have an expiration date? And you know what? I always run out of it, so I don't know that I've ever checked that. And then another Facebook user is saying, can you use edible grass? So yes, right?
Edible
Easter grass?
Oh, yes, I use that. I usually use that. I just didn't have any left. So the PME, I'm going to tell you a little thing about the PME glaze.
Okay.
And this is how I present it, or else these little sticks, the popsicle sticks, you can dip them in the isomalt and just 1 second before I ruin that one.
Okay.
You see on the back.
Oh, yes.
I don't think you
How
can see.
beautiful. Jessie Ann, you are such a treasure. We really just love having you in Cookie Snack Attack and love your willingness to do tutorials and just come on and hang out with us. We love it.
And this is just going to stick, and then you can use it, you know, on the cake topper. You can use them back to back. You can put one cookie back to the other cookie, and it looks like it's got a large dome. Or you can take two of those domes and just put them together and fill them up with treats and stick them on the top of your cake or your cupcakes in the smaller one. Now I'm talking really quickly, but I shouldn't be.
Yeah, you're not in a rush. You do what you want to do. Oh, and Baroque Baker says it has less air bubbles too. It's amazing. I think that June is talking about the PME, right? Hi, Heather.
No,
Heather just joined us from Canada.
the sugar has no air bubbles in it because it's, you know, you can create. Sometimes I don't care if the sugar itself or the ice malt has bubbles in it, because it gives you, especially if I'm doing a gingerbread and I want it for the windows, it looks like old glass.
Mm-hmm.
Now with the PME, see that spray nozzle?
Yes.
See that yellow around there?
Yes.
You want to clean that.
Right after you use it or before you use it again?
You can use it either before or after, but I would recommend, this is an older can. It's not
Okay.
really, it's only got a little bit left in it, but it will come out in a stream if you don't.
Okay.
So each time you use it, make sure you just give it a damp wipe off and put the lid back on it right away, because it is a gum.
Okay.
It's an edible gum. And so it can seal up that little hole. If that happens to you, I use not a straight pin. I use a toothpick if it happens.
Okay.
We do teach classes here, and sometimes things get ignored.
Right. Right. Sure.
And
We do have another question, Jessie Ann. Could you use freeze spray to cool that isomalt instantly? Is that ever something you would do?
cool the ice malt.
I think she's talking about when you put the lollipop stick on, not when you made the dome.
A lot of sugar artists say not to use the cold spray on showpieces and things like that, because it can crack. But I do have the cold spray here because I like to go fast.
Would it work for just the lollipop stick though?
Oh,
where
yes,
it would matter?
yes, you just spray it. You just spray it, and then also around the edge, like you know how I sealed it. If you want to just spray the edge, and it's just, but you see, it's almost on there. If you get the cold spray out there, it's got the little black nozzle on out there in the. I have a studio out back, so it's sitting out there. I didn't bring it in.
I gotcha.
Dave's going out there to get it. It's on this. I like to put. If you notice the lump that I put on there.
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes I don't like that to be on the back. I put the lollipop stick on lots of times before I put the dome on. I put it on the inside.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't like it to be like that.
Jessie Ann, someone is asking if you blow into the plastic eggs to get your shape.
Did I blow into it? I can.
Yeah, I think they're asking those plastic eggs that you showed, if you use that to make 3D eggs.
Yes. I own sugar.
Oh, and June was talking about the royal mix. She feels like she gets less air bubbles in the royal mix.
Yes, you do. It's very nice and smooth. And somebody commented on it because during our Christmas, remember we had Jacqueline gave the prize. And that lady had tried it for the very first time.
Was that Myra? I feel like that was Myra. I'm not positive though.
She just loved it. She just loved it. It's like
some good stuff.
Right there. Yes. You see this here?
Yes.
I would blow that. Okay. And then right at the very bottom, you do a whole blown shape, okay, out of sugar. And then right here at the bottom, that's where the pipe, or I use an oxygen tube sometimes, you know, to blow sugar.
Okay.
Because I'm old school. And then there's a little hole left there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You wait until that's nice and cool, and then you can fill it with all your little candies. And then all you do is take a little bit of this isomalt from your pre-cooked isomalt and tap on the bottom of it, make it warm. And then you can take it and you just set it down like that. And it's then sealed. And then you shake it, and it's got all these little things in it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And if you want a demo on that someday, I'll do that for you.
Do you want to do that? And
Right.
should we do it on, do you want to do it on eggs, or do you want to do something maybe later in April?
April, I can't do anything in April, but I can do, something.
Okay. We'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out. But it's really doesn't take me very long. If you're on a live and we both get together and I just do it for the people. So we're right at an hour right now. So
Okay.
I do have some sugar here, and I think we're finished.
Do you want to show them the other thing you mentioned earlier?
What was that?
You were going to show them something else with the isomalt. Dave, help me.
I'm trying.
What was it? You were going to show, you said at the end, if we have time, we'll do this. Anybody remember what that was that was watching?
I remember it. Okay. I've got it right here. I'm sorry about that.
No, please. I look, my brain is still thawing from having COVID.
Okay, so this is just a cookie that was cut from this cookie cutter.
Okay.
Okay, and it's very difficult to make small domes.
Okay.
So what I do is I cut the sheet in the size like I did before.
Okay.
And set that down. So the sheet is on the bottom, right?
Okay.
As if we were on plastic, but we're not. We're on a cello sheet. And then
Okay.
I pour the isomalt over top of it, and I let it set up. And then you have, now if the cookie wasn't already decorated, but you would then have this.
Okay. Can you come down or up the screen? Just there we go. There we go. Perfect.
You have a decorated cookie. But you can also just flood your cookie and cut your cello sheet to the side and leave this non-set up and just lay it onto your royal icing. And your cookie is done like that.
Perfect. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? They love your bunny ears, by the way, and they're all saying thank you. And Camille says, yes, do a demo on that. She wants to see that.
Yes, and I can do, I can also do the cello sheet inside of the blown sugar. It's just that it would take up a little bit of time right now, and I think that we're at our time, but I'm
coming back on with you. I hope you all are ready.
But if there's any more questions, fire away.
What do you think over here? Look.
Oh my gosh, look at her. Dave, come here.
Hi, Dave. Look, I've got my leprechaun bow.
Oh, there you go.
Isn't that great? The scarf, I think, is from Kelly.
Yes.
Cindy found these glasses, and I had the hat from before. Isn't this great?
Good for you. You look good.
I'm so sorry that I have not been on as much. I had plenty of things planned for March, but you guys, when you get sick, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I hope you get feeling better.
Well, we can do it.
I'm feeling a little better every day. A little better.
You don't have to worry about your peripheral vision with those things on.
No, I can see all the way to the moon.
And back.
Look, these are huge. I love these things.
You'd look good on a motorcycle.
I mean, they're good bug shields.
I don't think your hat would stay on the motorcycle.
I don't know. I have another, hopefully before we hit St. Patty's Day, I can go live again because I have another really cute St. Patty's Day headpiece. But we also need to come back on before Easter so that you and I can go full bunny headgear because I
Yeah.
just don't have it unpacked yet.
We can do some eggs.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Maybe you tell me when's good for you
My calendar.
on the next couple Tuesday nights, or we can pick another night. It doesn't have to be a Tuesday night because
Well,
we're
after
getting
this-
ready.
I
I'm
have-
having to change some things up around here because of some during the day things that are changing, and that's going to affect some of my nighttime things. So I'm hesitant to say anything until I know where we're going to land because we're trying out a new schedule the last 2 weeks with things here at the house.
Yes.
Without giving away too much personal information that involves another member of my household. So
Right.
when I know, you will know. I know what I'm doing, you will know. Do you love these?
Yeah, you can see, but you probably can see to the
Yeah,
moon.
they're so clear.
Can
You
everybody
just look
see
so
you?
cute with your pink chef jacket though, and those bunny
Well,
ears.
that's
Those are
pink. See?
I love it. It's
Right.
so pretty.
Yeah, it's my business. But after the 17th, I might be able to breathe. So maybe I'll come on and make the eggs.
Okay, that sounds good.
Just put your treats inside the eggs and they go along with your little cookies.
I love it. Now, I still owe you guys a video on how to make edible cookie moss. And if you did the Easter class, you got a 5th cookie cutter in your box for free. It was my gift to you. And it was a baby bunny, like a hopping bunny. So we're going to do that. I'm just not sure when. Okay. But we will do that. I have not forgotten you. We'll do it before Easter, but you can use the bunnies anytime in the spring.
Yes, it's spring.
All right. I have to take these off now. They're pinching my nose.
So now I'm going to show you my bunny.
All right. That's so much better. I can see you again, my friend.
Look at you.
Hey, Rabiha, thank you for joining.
There he is.
Look at that. Oh my goodness. That is adorable.
He's a funny looking guy. He's all blown sugar.
Oh, but I love him. He's so cute. That is adorable. What did you do that for? Was it for a competition or a cake topper?
No, just because I do one every year.
Oh, I love it. Do you keep them or do you melt them down?
Yeah, this fellow came from last year.
Oh, so cute.
He's a year old now.
Oh, I just love it. June says he's adorable. Rabiha says, oh, wow. Rabiha said we're cute.
He had a friend that was holding a great big egg, but he had an accident, so he's in the reusable part of my sugar.
Well, listen, I'm so excited you two are coming to the Unplugged retreat in June. It's going to be a blast.
Oh, yes.
I cannot wait. We're going to have a really, really good time. There's still some tickets open, by the way, on the website, you guys, for the retreat for Cookie Snack Attack. It's seriouslysweetcupcakes.com. There's a payment plan. There's a full-on retreat purchase. There's meal tickets to cover your lunches. Like, it's there. Message me if you have questions and grab your tickets and reserve your spots, even if you just do your first payment, okay, so that we can start ordering everything because, that's fun. I love ordering all the stuff for retreat and all the decorations. Like, I just go into party mode.
Yeah, and if you have not used ice malt,
and now I didn't want to tell you too much about the project we're doing, but you guys will get to, depending on your level of comfort, you will either get to pour some isomalt working with a couple of people, or you can watch it being poured and talk to a couple of people that are very experienced with it. Okay. Yes, it's online at seriouslysweetcupcakes.com. Okay. But I'm telling you, it's an under the sea theme, even though we're going to be in the mountains, because I had a particular vision and some things we wanted to do, right, to submit it to a couple of places. So Debbie's saying, join us at retreat. So Dave is coming too. So Dave, listen, also Mary Jean is coming and her husband, Mark, will be there. And I'm hoping Brian can take a day or two off. So some of the husbands will be there as well. Some of the Cookie Snack Attack guys. So that's going to be fun. I don't know what they're going to get up to, but probably into trouble.
Well, the other thing I was going to suggest is that if you've never tried it, semicakes.com has a very small pack with different colors in it. So you could start off with something small like that.
Now, wouldn't that be nice for the Easter too, to have the different colors? I really like that she does those packs now, the 4-color packs.
Yes, and see, there's one colored pack. That's teal.
So pretty.
There's every
And
color.
when they made it sparkle, I was just like, oh no, you just hit my bank account, my wallet, the Amazon, I mean the UPS driver and the postal driver, because you have to come up the hill to my driveway now. I'm like, they're gonna get upset with me. But they've been pretty cool. I just leave something out for them occasionally.
Yeah, treat them with a lollipop.
Oh,
well, thank you
guys. Well, we are going to let everyone go. I'm going to start over on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram and you want to hang out for a minute or two more, you might want to pop over to Facebook real quick. I'm still learning how to keep us going over there. So hopefully everything's okay. But we're going to say goodbye real quick, Miss Jessie Ann. If you'll wave to the Instagram people, we're going to let you go first. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining us. Let's see if this worked. I think I always end that first because I'm worried I'm going to forget and leave it on. So I always end Instagram first because you have to do it separately from everything else. All right. So Mark what does it say? Mark, who knows what will happen? That is so true. You guys are going to have a great time though. I cannot wait.
I can't.
You were fabulous tonight. Thank you for doing all the talking, because I just now feel like I need a cough drop. Hey, Mark is here. So Mark, Dave, Mark is here, and probably you guys are going to get in trouble. I feel it already. I've got some places I'm going to tell you about in case you want to do that while we're cooking. So I've got some stuff lined. Look, it's pinching my nose. Look at this. These are sliding. Oh, it's painful. All right, so let's sign off for the night. If you're watching the replay, please make sure you say hello to Miss Jessie Ann. Let her know that you watched the replay. And we'll be seeing you again, hopefully later this week if all goes well. Mm-hmm. And then this weekend, don't forget, what do we have coming up? You're going to be on the Nicholas Lodge event on Saturday.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Okay, good. I think we just approved a post for the group for your time slot. Also, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is Cookie-a-thon with Nancy Westfall, and I will be on Thursday. That is gorgeous. Is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, so pretty. Okay.
You'll be a little upset with me because I'm using semi-sugar.
Well, let me ask you a question. Will those be available for replay?
Yes, all of the replay.
Okay, good. So you guys don't feel split. Go bring them up on 2 devices so they get the information that you were there. But you're going to be able to do that one. You've got Cookie-a-thon with all access pass. Don't forget to use my affiliate link if you purchase that, but you're running out of time to purchase it at the discounted price. All right. It's $97, I think, until the event starts on Thursday. And then does it double or go up a little more than double? I don't know. Something, but we've got that this weekend. Look for some surprise videos this weekend through Cookie Snack Attack. If we have access to the internet, we're going to put some surprise videos up for you. And I don't know, something else might pop up between now and then. You never know around here.
We can also pop on and help them out.
Yes.
I accept people that want to send me a message and FaceTime with me too.
I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see all those Nicholas Lodge videos. There's 9 people teaching. I think it's going to be really fun.
Yes.
I think it's going to be good. All right. Well, you guys, there's no shortage of fun things to learn this weekend or questions to ask or things to try. So I want to hear all about it on Monday. Start posting in the group as you're doing these things. Let me know what your favorites are. Let me know what you want to see more of. Let me know if there's any guest instructors you want me to invite to come to the group. Just start letting it go. All right. One last question, then we're going to close out for the night. Okay. So the retreat is in Orange, Virginia. All the information is on my Cookie Snack Attack page under the unplugged video. I did a whole video for you. We got you guys a great discount for the hotel. It's in a beautiful area. We're at the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. We got you a great discount. We can match people up for roommates if you need it. And we're going to have a tourist day at the beginning of the retreat instead of the end of the retreat. So we're going to have a lot of fun that day as well. But lots of fun stuff going on, and we're trying to get back in the groove around here after recovering from COVID. I hate COVID.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it. I don't do well with it, but I think you can tell I'm feeling a little better.
You are feeling better, especially when you got the green, girl.
I mean, I feel like I was gone for months and months. I know it was only like a few weeks or a couple of Tuesdays, but I don't know. I don't even time when you're sick like that, you just time passes and you don't know what's happening. All right, so I'm going to close everybody else, but Miss Jessie Ann, please hang out with me and we'll get her scheduled again so she can show you how to do those eggs as soon as possible. But you guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. Share the live stream. Bye.
Bye.